There, go. We're recording. Go. So we're doing a podcast. Go. This was your
No, we
idea.
can't start. We can't start like this. I thought it was your idea.
It's not. It wasn't my idea. This is your
I know
idea.
you're just taking credit for it.
You know, it was my idea. I'll tell you right now what my idea was. It was to say yes to doing it.
Well, your original idea was to say no,
That's right.
and then I don't know what
And then I
happened, and then
changed
you,
my mind.
yeah, I don't know what
I
happened,
did a
but
360. So welcome to our podcast. What's it called?
it's called "You Are Not Funny."
And why did we call it that?
Well, because I think didn't I come up with "You're Not Funny," or was that you?
It was me.
And then you did some research and discovered there's already somebody who's come up with that name.
Yeah, so like we knew it was legitimate because there was somebody else that has a comedy podcast called You Are Not Funny, but it's spelled YOU are not funny. So then I was like, well, this is a no-brainer. We just changed the U to an actual U, and
Brilliant,
we don't have to pay copyright fees.
brilliant.
I mean,
You can't copyright words anyways. It's not.
oh, is that a fact?
Yeah. Anyways,
Yes.
yeah, I did want to say briefly about the name. It's great,
Okay. Yeah. What about it?
but I just want to make it clear to our viewers that and listeners that it's not. We're not talking about anybody in particular, right?
No,
Other than
of
ourselves, because
course not. I see.
we know we're not funny.
I would not even have thought to say that, but that's very kind of you
Yeah,
to make that
exactly.
clear because I would not have thought that we were talking about anybody but ourselves. But yeah.
I'm just saying because I know if there's one thing I know in my brief time doing comedy, it's that the audience is always right. Um, except when I seem to do comedy, they laugh like I'm saying funny things. But I don't know. I know I'm not funny, but they're still laughing. So I don't know. I guess the audience
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
wrong
Well, yeah, I
in that
mean,
case.
because you're new, like so like it's like you're in like a honeymoon period of time, yeah.
So eventually the audience will stop laughing at my jokes, as I call them, like the
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you'll always be okay, but like you're not like
okay.
you've come out strong. Like you have come out quite strong.
I'm not looking for
Um,
compliments. I'm wondering why the audience is so wrong. Anyways, let's change the topic. I just
no,
wanted to
I wanted to
explain.
talk about why I decided to call it You Are Not Funny.
Okay.
Because as comedians, I think we all struggle with, are we funny,
Hmm.
So it's sort of like an existential type of title, I think, it just like makes you think,
Yeah.
is it
Yeah, I
me
get
or
it.
is it you? What is funny? What are we all doing here, What is it
Yeah.
all and what does it all mean, Is that too much?
I think no, I think that every time I get up and do comedy at an open mic, which admittedly has only been 3 months, but every time I'm
Yeah.
up there, I'm like, what am I doing here? Like,
Then
I hate
yeah, so
myself.
why do you come back? Because you get a laugh and you're like, oh,
No, no, you don't. Well, I don't. Again, 3 months in, I don't get you don't get laughs at open mics, really. I do
no.
it because it's like addictive. Once you start,
Yeah,
it's addictive. You can't
yeah,
stop.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's
and
yeah.
because well, and also because I think it's important that I share my gifts with the world. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
like yeah,
That's what we're all doing. Yeah.
yeah,
It's selfless. It's a selfless journey.
exactly, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, great. So that's the
Um,
name. Yes.
okay, we've covered off some things on my list. So
Why did you want to
here's
do
a
anyway? Why do you? It was your idea to do
well,
because
okay, I
you're a
originally
podcast guy. You like to listen to
I do
things.
like listening to podcasts. So when I first started in comedy all those weeks ago, I thought to
It's been a
myself,
long time. Yeah, it's been
yeah,
a
I thought it'd be cool to have people to like bounce ideas off of and see if things like premises are good or jokes are potentially funny or whatever. And that, sort of turned into thinking it'd be cool to have somebody you can do a podcast with that I could pitch a joke to this person and we could talk about it and they could do the same and we could talk about it. And then that kind of morphed into like some
Yeah, but
general comedy.
that's not really a podcast though.
Well, anything can be a podcast.
Well, it's more like talking and like
We're talking about,
you're talking about a topic. You, you're describing like let's compare our jokes. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
well, we're talking about comedy. Don't listen. I'm the podcast. I listen to podcasts. You don't. Look at the wallpaper behind you. Like you don't.
Yeah, I don't listen to podcasts at all ever
I
because I think it's just a bunch of narcissists, right?
well, yeah.
And
But anyways,
and then we figured out, oh, we are like I okay, fine, I am one too, but yeah, so like we can do
yeah.
that.
So
We can do it too. Okay, yes.
anyways, so that's it. I just thought it'd be fun, be a creative endeavor. We could make some people laugh through the
Who are not
joy of
ourselves.
podcasting. Yeah, yeah.
This is an ambitious
But
endeavor.
um, yeah. So it kind of morphed into once you had the idea for the podcast.
Once I had the
Um,
idea of saying yes, I was like,
we
I'm
could
in.
talk.
And then what happens then is that you tell everybody in your whole life that you're going to do this damn thing, and it's like this like joke for like two
Have,
weeks, and then all people are so when's the podcast? And
have you
then
told
you cut.
people?
Of course, I have, which is not very many people. Well, we've told comics that we're going to do it.
No, but have you told actual people?
Yes, like I've told my family and my kids know.
Okay, I haven't told anybody
Really?
other than those comics. Yeah.
Oh, well. And then
Um,
I think my husband told everybody at his workplace.
see, so there's pressure on you. There's more
Yes, there's a
pressure on
lot
you.
of
That's
well,
the difference.
when's the podcast? So then I'm stuck with this thing now. Yeah.
Well, okay.
You told nobody? You're such a why? Everything's a secret?
Well, who am I going to tell? Oh no, I did tell my one buddy who you might meet tonight at our Boston Pizza show.
Can't
I think he's
wait.
coming.
Can't can't fucking wait.
Um,
Yes,
so
so
yeah,
we're doing
general goals.
the Boston pizza tour.
Well, yeah, I've already done two of them.
I've done one. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I mean
doing
they're good.
I'm doing back-to-back Boston pizzas tonight. What's tonight? Is that the Carling?
Carling Avenue, yeah.
And I'm there again I'm at the Saint Laurent location on Thursday because
Yeah,
I love myself. I love myself and
I think
I
some
love
people think. Go ahead.
I'm like I yeah, like comedy at a Boston pizza that just like it's like a magic kind of a concept, you know?
I think that if they can get some people, I think it is a great concept because if the franchise owners start talking to each other, I mean I think it's a not a bad idea.
We did the show. It was shitty. Like
What?
it's standing up in a restaurant and doing your shitty jokes, and you're not allowed to swear, which is always
Oh yeah, which
just the
reminds me
icing
of that.
just the icing on the cake.
Well, that quick story I could tell about the first one we did at the Saint Laurent,
Yeah.
and the woman that organizes it, Lisa Marie, was like, "Okay, it's a clean show. Don't swear." And then Carly gets up there, and about the third word you say is like shit.
Oh, shit's not a swear word.
And then you,
She
it's not a
meant
swear word.
fuck. Okay, she didn't mean
Okay, well,
shit is
I think you
shit
said
is.
fuck too.
No, I didn't. Shit is poo.
You're right.
Poo is.
Um, I know we're not to argue, but she did point out in the latest one, no swearing. She said clean as in no swearing.
Yeah, she said that in the last one too. But the
Yeah.
funnier joke is
Yes.
Louise gets up, Louise Gingras, and she does that joke about how she looks like a vegetarian or a vegan. She's like, "No, look at me. I can eat whatever I want, and I eat whoever I want." I was like, I mean put my shit to shame, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I think the
And
children need
she's
to
not going to
appreciate.
change her set. She's doing the tour too. She's there tonight
Yeah.
and Thursday. Yeah. And
Anyways, that'll be good.
she publicized that as well. She's proud of the Boston Pizza Tour. I don't know that I'm that proud of it, but I'll
Well,
do it.
I think that for some people, Boston pizzas like are they feel they're below them, which is
I
understandable. And Lisa
do
Marie is.
not think that.
I didn't say you. Can I finish a sentence? Lisa Marie is new. People don't know her, so I think
Oh,
she,
oh,
it's
because
like
you're a veteran. You're just a.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they're
We
not
know
they're
her
not
because
below me. They're not below you. I mean,
nobody's
we
a.
know her,
Yeah,
yeah.
but am I
And
not allowed to make fun of doing comedy in a Boston Pizza?
absolutely,
Well,
it's not a traditional venue. I'm just saying that it's like for some comics, I think it's below them,
I don't think
but
so.
for others, it's like it's stage time, hopefully in front of an audience.
Listen, it's not no worse than any open mics that's going, I think,
Yeah,
you know, because a lot of them don't have audiences and that's just the way it is. But you got to practice.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good. Let's move on. So what are we doing now?
Well, hold on.
Consult
Let me check
your
my notes.
outline.
So, item number 3, goals for our podcast. So, I had like we're going to talk about ourselves, obviously, and any recent notable shows we did. Um, talk about the local scene because I'm an expert on that. Also, we could interview some lucky people.
Which we're not doing right now, so there's no need to mention it.
I'm just telling people who are going to ask, why are these two even doing a podcast? That's why.
I think
There will be interview.
we sort of already addressed that at the beginning, I think.
There will be interview spots available. So if you're listening and want to get your name in, go ahead, email us. And
Email.
we don't have an email address. And then you got your general comedy things or other items of interest, which will add our own comedic spin to.
Okay. Yeah, but I just meant what are we doing like right this minute, this sec
Oh, I
like
have no idea.
okay, well okay, do you want to ask each other questions?
You just asked me a question.
Okay. This is great. This is great. I'm having I'm having so much fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's ask questions.
so Glenn, is that your
Hmm.
name? If that's your real name,
It
you
is.
are a new comic. How long have you been doing stand up?
About 3 months,
Yeah.
and that's it.
How did your comedy journey begin?
My comedy journey began when I signed up for a course with Pierre Bro. Took his course.
Does anybody know how to pronounce his last name? I say Brault.
Brault. I mean, you're French, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm not French.
So,
I pronounce it bro.
irrelevant. How do you pronounce? Is it Brault?
It's probably bro or however you do your R's. Like, um,
With an AURL? What was it? Where's the LT? We should interview him just to find that out. Pierre
okay.
Brault. Brault?
Anyways,
No, I want to kill that.
okay, we can talk to him and we can find out.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
So, but you didn't, okay, let me ask you this. Were you sober
when I
when
signed
you
up,
signed up?
no,
Ah, this
but
is fun.
I had been
That's a
thinking about it for many years.
many
So
years. Yeah.
COVID derailed it. I was supposed to sign
Yeah.
up with some buddies and they bailed. And then I was
Ah,
like,
you're
oh,
gonna do the
then
buddy thing.
I got
Yeah.
divorced and then that kind of derailed it a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And on my 50th birthday, I came home after a few beers and I
Yeah.
just signed up.
How many had you had?
Well, I don't know.
Several.
Less than it was less than 20 for sure.
Did you throw up?
No,
Oh, so it was like the regular amount.
it's a regular night for me. Yeah, you know.
Okay. Well,
But
this
I have been thinking about comedy all my life.
it's just a stupid thing to say. Me too. Me too. Me too. All right. Here's a good question.
Yeah.
How did our mentorship start? With me being your mentor and you being my lowly student. Actually, I don't give you any advice. I don't tell you anything.
Thank God. Yeah. I ask other people for feedback.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did it start?
You,
Well, you, it was a,
I was at the class with you, which I shouldn't have been in, really.
no,
It
no,
was
it
a
was,
begin.
well, I saw your face on the poster in the men's bathroom
Is it in the men's
advertising the
bathroom?
class. Yeah.
Oh man,
It's fucking
that's a
hilarious.
fucking horrible picture of me.
Oh, God.
It's in the women's bathroom as well. Yeah. I thought it was just the
That's a
women's.
little more appropriate, but I was standing
Uh,
there taking a leak and there was Carly staring at me. But
yeah.
then you
I'm
you came into the and you went on about how, it was your third time and you seemed a little bit sheepish about that, and
Was I?
I don't know. No, I don't know. You see,
Well, because it's
you
not,
were, but
it
as a
wasn't
rookie,
fair because I was like the good, like I had done it before.
yeah.
And you guys were all like, "Oh, she's
Oh,
so good.
I
She's so
definitely,
amazing."
yeah. But when you explained why you were there,
Hmm.
it was like, afterwards I realized, oh yeah, I can see why, because it is a good place to get feedback from people, and Pierre gives you some feedback, and it forces you to work on new material, which is
Yeah. But we
good,
we agreed
you
that
know.
like Pierre like gives sort of like, you know, it's a little bit of a carbon copy feedback style.
Yeah, but honestly, it's better than the other feedback I get, and it's also like he's right. He's acknowledging, like he's recognizing and talking about each of your individual jokes, and he's doing that for like 8 people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of quick writing things down and thinking about thinking about how to make something funnier. So I mean, yeah,
Okay.
some repetition, but I like it. It's good. Anyway, so yeah, we met there. I forget how we decided. I think we became friends on Facebook. And then I
No,
think I,
I'd run into you at the you were always at the open mics.
oh, at Meow That's Hot. I think that's where.
Yeah. So then you started doing the open mics, which is very adventurous and ambitious of you.
Oh, I did Meow That's Hot the 2 days after our class show.
Yeah.
I just did my same set from the class show.
And how'd that go?
I mean, I was like, oh, these people they don't like it as much. It was hilarious.
So you had a taste for the scene, I guess, eh?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough out there. It's rough. It's not
It
easy.
is rough. It is rough.
So then you took the course again. You're in the course again.
Yeah, and it's forcing me to write, and you know,
Yeah, but I don't think
it's
you have a
great.
problem with writing. You're always like, I'm writing
I
all
do
this
write a
new
lot.
stuff,
I do write a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So
My problem is refining it, but yeah, I do write a lot.
yeah.
But I
So
have a
you're
lot of shit to draw on. I'm 50. I had a complicated life, and
yeah.
you know what I mean. It's easier when you go. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, it's only been 3 months, but I feel like when you've got a lot of shit to draw upon, it's
Yeah,
a little bit easier.
for sure. Yeah. Cool.
So, so tell me though, Carly, because you've never told me how and why your comedy journey began.
Well, it started with a course, as
Oh, yeah, right,
all
right,
great comedy stories journeys begin.
for sure.
Um, and it was actually Heather Hurst. I don't know if many of you know this. Heather Hurst, she's an Ottawa comic. She's been doing it for many, many years. She's great. And she was teaching us a course, I think it was Bank Street
Hmm.
in 2019.
Hmm.
Yeah. So she taught me and I continued. I continued.
Was it at that Actors Studio, like
Yes, it
Bank and
was. Yes,
Second? Oh yeah,
yes,
that's a cool
yes.
place too. It's an
Yeah.
old movie theater.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But none of the people in my class continued.
Hmm.
Actually, Liz Carr was in my class. You wouldn't know her, but I
I
just
don't
saw
know her.
her. She just did a couple of spots at Yucks.
Oh, cool.
So she's back in business. So that was many years ago. Yeah. So, yeah. And then I just continued. I think I did it, and then I did it for like I did as many open mics as I could. It's very easy to get an open mic when you're new, I think,
Hmm.
because people will put you on as a new person because they
Yeah.
don't recognize your name.
Right.
Because there's always that slot. Like it's got to be kind of there has to be like a flow to the lineup, like old, new,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but yeah,
one
I believe.
woman, like there's a formula that everybody kind of sticks to, and then yeah, so I was getting the new spots, and then I hit a
Okay.
wall where I wasn't getting any spots because I didn't talk to anybody
Hmm.
because
That
you
seems
have to play the
strange.
game, right? You know about the game.
I don't know about the physical
Hey,
game. Yeah. Hmm.
look, hi. I'm Glenn Sloan.
Um.
I'm a new comic, you're really funny.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying that you have to say that to somebody else. I would never say that. I would never say
Yeah.
that to your face.
I know. I know. You've given me a couple of compliments here or there,
Oh, okay.
disguised as insults that I kind of
Hidden compliments, backhanded
yeah.
compliments. Compliments is
Backhanded.
what I
That's the
like to
word. That's the word.
what as how I like to do them. But yeah, so then yeah, so you got into. So I want to ask you a few other things about
Oh my God.
what
Okay.
is your experience with the open mic scene as an older person? Oh, can we talk about your age yet? It hasn't
I
come
already
up yet.
mentioned I'm 50.
Oh
I said
yeah.
I signed up when I was 50. But yeah, my experience. I mean, I like it's okay. As I think I mentioned before, I really only go to open mics that I can like walk to or get to relatively like stuff downtown
Yeah, because you don't really have a
because
car.
no, no. My girlfriend is kind enough to lend me her car on occasion, but I don't
Right.
like to always do that. So I go to Meow That's Hot a lot. Also because they have so many lotto spots there, so you're pretty much guaranteed to get up there.
Yeah, it's good.
Um, yeah, my experience, I don't know. I think you know exactly how I think it
I,
sounds like you've been through the same thing. It's like just kind of, you know, you
I
tell
was
your,
I was recently told that I was influencing you as to what your experience has been.
oh, really?
Yeah.
How is that possible when
Ex
I can only experience
I don't know how these things work. I don't know. I've been projecting
like
my
so like I haven't been actually experiencing open mics. I've just been
no,
asking you how I should have,
how you
how
should
I should
feel about
feel.
everything, yeah. And
Okay, well that's stupid.
I've been putting that on to you. Yeah.
No, well, it sounds like yeah, anyways. That we know that's not true.
Okay.
I can experience my own misery at open mics. I don't need to
It's good to
experience it
hear.
through you.
That's good to hear. All right, I'm keeping a running tally of how many times you mention your age. So we're at three so
Okay.
far. Yeah. Uh-oh.
What's that?
No, I'm not upgrading to Zoom. Okay, go. Are you keeping track of the time here?
In 24 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Okay, so what about so you're part of the Ottawa comedy community Facebook page. How's that going? What do
It's
you
going
think of our
great.
humble page
Humble page. Yeah,
of spot
it's going
call?
great.
It's good for calling for spots. Does
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
like for those of you who don't know what the Ottawa comedy community is? It's just a
It's a community
face.
of
It's a
comedians in Ottawa.
Yeah, that's right. And there's like pretty much an open like there's multiple open mics per day usually, and
Yeah.
until Thursday, Monday to Thursday in Ottawa. And most of them just do a random spot call every week,
Hmm.
and then you just write spot. Some people put like a little heart, or they capitalize the SPOT, to stand out, be sort of edgy about it. What do you do?
I like to do the
Please,
SP.
yeah.
I do the SP Heart T. You know what I mean?
You've never done that.
So I don't even know how to do that.
This is beyond my technical capabilities.
Because I'm 50. I'm 50.
There we go. Okay, wait, hold on.
That's
One,
two
that's
more.
four. Yeah. Okay, good.
Um,
Yeah.
but then also there are also other comments on there. There are also other opportunities to comment on things
Yeah.
like any good Facebook community provides,
Right.
So I
The
like to
opportunity
comment
to be
on.
heard.
I mean, that's what Facebook communities are about.
What do you know
So
about that?
I don't know a lot. I am 50. I
Oh
am
gosh.
a
Hold
Facebook
on.
expert. I
We're
am a
at we're at a
like I mean,
five. I have like one, two, three, five. We're at a five tally. Okay, go.
it's funny because I thought Facebook was only for old people.
Yeah.
Um,
Because we're all
I
like, well, you're
I
much older
qualify.
than I am, but I'm
I am right in the Facebook demographic.
I am as well.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I remember we remember a time without Facebook.
we do. Yeah.
Even
Well, you might.
internet.
My memory's not so good, but you might remember that.
Yeah. Okay, well that's another thing. So you have a very advanced age of
Yeah,
50,
yeah.
and you have a poor memory as well. Did you want to fill in the listeners on that fun fact?
Well, it's a like, well, I don't know. I have a joke about it. I don't want to ruin my A material here, but you know, uh, like just how I told in my joke. It's like it's a very specific memory.
Right,
So if I have to remember anything about other people or their interests or their families or stuff like that, I can't remember that.
right.
If it's all about me, it's fine,
Yeah.
And it's
Hence the narcissist podcast we're doing right now.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Good work. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's covered. I'm sure
What?
we'll come back to that later, but yeah.
What? My memory?
Yeah.
Okay.
As it fails, and then I have to point it out
Week by
as it
week.
comes up. Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, just be writing my notes for me for our podcast, and I'll just be reading them. Like reading.
What did I do last week? Okay. What was my last show? I don't know. Okay, so
What
you
was your
like
last show?
so I guess it was Absolute Wednesday.
Okay.
It's shitty. So I don't know if anybody knows this, for the newbies like you. Comedy sucks in the summer.
I wasn't
So
aware.
yeah, so you maybe you can get maybe 9 to 12 people. Now you're getting like one,
Hmm.
So this is what it is right now. And
Okay.
because people are they're out, it's summertime, they're they're cottaging, if you will.
Right.
So nobody wants to sit and listen to our stupid shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It amazes me that there are people who just say to themselves, "Hey, let's go see some comedy at Yuck Yucks on a Wednesday night." Like I just
Well, I think like before I did comedy, I think I would have been a little bit disappointed to find out that I had gone to an amateur show.
right.
Because
Yeah.
you know what to expect, right? But an actual
Yeah.
show, I think it's fun. I think people go out, for their birthdays and stuff like that.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know, but it's
I
harder in the
feel
summer.
like
Hmm.
I did my first like I emailed them on the 15th. I got into Yuck Yucks on last week. It must have been the day
Yes,
after you.
it
And
was. Yeah.
it wasn't yeah, it was good. Like there were funny people, but there were also some that were doing new stuff, which to me I'm thinking like if you're gonna do new stuff, I always picture that at like for me, meow, that's hot or whatever, like these smaller places. But to
Yeah,
see
but
somebody
okay,
doing new
so
stuff at Yuck Yucks was different to me. Like, and I know they're more advanced comics or whatever, and that's just how they do it. But
see the thing about that is that do you feel that you get enough feedback from a meow that's hot audience to even know if you're doing it well? Like, do you even know
well,
if
that's
you're
true.
being
Yeah,
funny? So like there's that
that's
debate,
true.
right? Like you
So it's like
show
a
up
real
to
audience.
yeah,
Yeah,
you show up to an all comics venue, you know,
yeah,
then you could just feel the hostility in the air, you know?
yeah. I just found it interesting because I have no experience with that. So to see,
Yeah.
somebody go into a club where people have paid to get in and they're clearly doing new stuff, and yeah, it was
No,
just a different experience for me. But
I think that's very normal. I think a lot of people do that.
hmm.
I was doing that for a while too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I was like, fuck these open mics, but then you just you have to do them.
yeah. I don't mind them. I mean, I just like to get up and practice my stuff. So
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
know I'll get my real feedback from Pierre. So
So he's essentially your mentor, is what I'm hearing.
no, he's gonna pay him, right? It's different.
Yeah.
You can't pay your mentor.
Listen, those showcases are unbelievable though. Can we agree
Oh
on
yeah,
that? Yeah.
absolutely.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's like the best show you've ever done. So our show, it's like 150 people sold out upstairs at Absolute.
yeah, it's amazing.
It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's why I do the show. I mean,
I don't.
we
Huh.
have like we have money, you know. So,
Who?
well, I have money. I don't know, but you have like a little bit of money.
No, I got a little tiny bit of money.
Yeah. So like a lot of these kids, you know, they don't have any money, so they're not gonna. They act like I think they act like when I tell people I'm taking the course, they're like they laugh at me and they think, oh, like
Yeah.
what's he gonna teach you? You know, like it's like no, he's not teaching us anything. Like he's just
No,
we're just
you're
he's
teaching yourself. You're learning
yeah,
here
like
by doing
it's
it. Yeah.
forcing you, you know, to come up with something.
There are people, even real comedians, who say, "Oh, if you have to take a course, you're not, this stupid. Nobody should ever have to take a course." And they started doing comedy 30 years ago, or just in a club, and but fuck that. I mean, who tells you what you can do? Who gives a shit? Like, you do whatever works for you. Like,
Yeah,
I hate that.
I agree.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what else do we have here?
We have a minute and 8 seconds left
What? We didn't
on our
even
free trial.
we didn't even make anybody laugh. We were just like it's just
Well, we can't every week. We can't be hilarious. Like, sometimes we're gonna have to get to know us. You know, introduce ourselves. We did a good job of that.
did we? You're too positive.
Uh, you
See,
talk
I'm
to me.
just
You ask
like,
me a million questions.
it was like shit, you know. And then yeah, so it was all about you. So you'll remember this podcast for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we talked
Yeah.
about you a lot and
We can
you're
just do this every week. It'd be great. Are we just gonna get cut off? You think at it'll just end and then that'll be it?
I don't know. Where's the countdown?
Well, mine says less than a minute. Are we on Zoom?
Yeah, so okay, it's counting down to 12 seconds. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so that's it. That's it. I'll stop recording. Okay,
Okay.
bye. You did,
Next episode it'll be funnier.
yeah, for sure.